All right, I'm just gonna wait for it to kind of catch up on our end and see.
Okay.
Hurry up, YouTube. Oh, okay, there it goes. Never mind. My bad. All right, what's up, guys? So, how you guys doing today? I'm here with Charlie Gold, and we're kind of going to address some things that was said last night on both of the shows. So some of the stuff that was, how you say, just didn't need to be said, pretty much. So it's just kind of, I'm coming on to kind of own up what happened on the show, kind of own up what, and want to apologize. I think we'll just go ahead and start with the first thing, which is the comments on the, what was it? I don't know what just escaped me. The shield comment. There it is. So we're going to address that. And I've already said it. And there was also a bunch of people that has also said it. It was a low blow. It was. And what I'm owning up to and apologize for is not kind of catching it at the time. Just letting it slide and not saying, that was maybe that was not a good thing to say. So for that, I do apologize to. I do actually apologize to Nick. I'm actually going to be kind of. I'm going to own up. I'm going to apologize. And also something that was also brought to my attention was that the mother heard it. Now, she did hear it. I do apologize to her for that. That's something no one should hear at all. And so, yeah, I don't know much more to say. Is that we're human. We're gonna fuck up. This is probably not gonna be the last time we're gonna fuck up. But the issue is coming on, realizing our fuck ups, and then make ourselves better and apologizing for it, and just make sure that we don't let it happen again.
No, I agree. And if I can let's speak on it from my perspective and my opinion on it. When it was said, I was actually on the panel. And when it was first said, I had to process it a little bit. And I was just like, yeah, this is probably not going to age well. But I didn't say anything because I don't know the gentleman who said it. I don't know his history and I don't know why he said it. Also, it's not the first time I've heard something like that, but it still doesn't make it right. If I'm going to speak candidly, I don't think it was a low blow. I think it was actually disrespectful and it crossed the line. Negs, even though a lot of people don't have to acknowledge a lot of the things he say, because I personally don't acknowledge just about anything, but he's, based on what I'm gathering, he's simply asking everything else you can do, just do not bring up my child. And I don't think it's an unreasonable request, if I'm being honest. And you guys know my feelings on him. It's not an unreasonable request. The gentleman who did say it, he could address it however he chooses to address it. But the idea that I support a statement like that, not the case. No. Everyone has draws their own line. My line is, obviously everyone has known for a while, is speaking on things you can't change. And also children is something that I personally don't like to cross the line on. And this is also a child, obviously, unfortunately, who is no longer with us. So moving forward, even for the gentleman, I don't think it's an unreasonable request from that guy. I don't know his history. That's his business. But I would probably never repeat that or even bring up the topic of his children in general. To be honest with you, he is who he is online, and there's a lot to cover with that, and there's a lot that people could criticize. But the best way I can explain it, if he didn't directly cause what happened to his child, which he didn't, then there's no reason, in my opinion, anyone should be speaking on it. So, this isn't my channel. I was on a panel with a lot of people, and what people don't understand is I actually don't try to control people's thoughts. So when those words left his mouth, I was just like, damn, I don't know about this one. As far as the comment. But just to make it very clear, I don't support that comment. I would never go there. I mean, I don't even give the guy attention. So if I was to ever give him attention, the very last thing to ever leave my mouth would be about his child. So I do agree with that criticism, but I also want people to understand, and I want you to understand, I don't know that guy. My only interaction as of recently has been with you, and it's been great interaction. So I just want to make sure you understand, even with this, we can correct it and then we can move on from it. And this mistake doesn't completely define you as a person or as a creator. You know, what you do from here will define it, if I'm being completely honest. So
oh no, definitely. Like, I'm not here to create an echo chamber. Our chat knows that. If we do something to fuck up, our chat's going to be the first one to call us out.
Yeah.
And that's why I like our chat. They was like, hey, that was a little fucked up. And people that can come on the show like you right now, you are giving us criticism, saying, hey, that was pretty much out of line. It should have been addressed. And it should have. Going here fourth out, we probably won't be covering negs just because there's a lot of other stuff we can cover. Like, we can continue to cover Chantel and stuff, and you know, or not, Fruity Booty and such like that.
Yeah.
As far as this, since this line did get crossed, we are going to just kind of drop the whole thing. That's why I ended up privating the video that I made this morning, where we cut out what we said. So I'm just going to kind of just drop the whole next thing, pretty much.
No, I don't blame you, especially if it. I mean, you do whatever you want to do, obviously, but if it doesn't serve you guys in any way, and like I said, I come here, you know, to your channel and I enjoy myself. You know, when it starts to get like this is where viewers and supporters start to either sway or get confused or get upset with the creator. And even though the comment that everyone is upset about, rightfully, people have a right to be upset about, especially negs. I agree with what you're saying. I personally enjoy your Shanny content, even though, you know, I dip in and out because she's a lot. I definitely enjoy your Chantel content, but move on from here and really, you know, take it in, which I've talked to you privately. Everyone watching doesn't know this, obviously, but I've talked to you privately, and I know the remorse you have. And the only way, and I've learned this as a creator, for the things you do apologize for, the only way your viewers or supporters know there's real remorse there is by just not repeating it and moving on. Yeah. So, and I think you guys will do that. And it's up to him whether he chooses to accept the apology or not. It's his apology to accept, and it's his child's mother apology to accept. It's no one else's apology to accept or deny, and that's what viewers and fans and supporters need to understand as well. This apology is for Negs and the mother of his child. It's actually for no one else. So that's important. People need to know that as well. I'm not saying, oh, this man is, you know, a great man. But if you take the character away, if you take the personality away, it comes down to Negs is the father, and the subject was his son that is no longer here. Yeah. And I truly don't believe the intent, at least with Frank, who I'm speaking to, was to have that be what it is, but it happened. And I'm more than okay sitting on the same platform where it happened to address it and move on. I made a lot of mistakes a few months ago, and looking back at it, if I could address it the way I am now, or if I can help someone address something and not have it become and snowball into what my situation is, I would like to do that, especially for creators or a creator that I truly like and enjoy. I don't want you to go down the road that I did and start doing the bait and back and forth and all that. No, address it, move on. If some people have questions later, then there's a video that they can address and get their answers. And if they choose not to do that research, that is on them. Yeah.
So a lot of people say Negs is not going to stop. That's fine if he does. I'm just not going to feed into it anymore.
Correct.
Because I don't want, you know, it just kind of, like you said, just snowball out of fucking control. Mm-hmm. So, and I will give Jello credit. Jello has like said, you know, there's times where he said something like, yeah, that was kind of fucked up when I said. So I know Jello probably will kind of go back, you know, just kind of hear it, just be like, yeah, I probably shouldn't have said it. And there was something else that was actually addressed that I fucking missed that was on the show, and I actually spoke to Sam about it. there was a joke, a George Floyd joke that was mentioned about when Chantel was saying, like, you know, people couldn't breathe under her or something like that. Even Sam apologized. He's like, he's like, you know, I apologize. I'm sorry. And I was like, you know, see, and I believe Sam too. So, but and I know that's something that's kind of like, oh shit, you know, that's not good to say. It's really kind of insensitive, but he understands.
Yeah, when it was said, and this is just me, you know, expressing myself freely here. I didn't hear it on the stream. I heard about it today, and I actually, when I first heard it, I was just like, no, that's clearly a lie. That didn't happen, because I was listening to the stream. But obviously, when you're listening to the stream, sometimes you dip in and out. Yeah. So when the clip was finally played, I was just like, oh, this was truly said on the stream. I'm not okay with this at all. And if I'm being honest, I don't know Sam, but those words hurt. You know, that's not a joke. You know, just the death of that man, unfortunately took his death for people to start listening to people like myself. And if the intent wasn't to hurt anyone, okay, you know, I don't see how that wouldn't be the case. But at the end of the day, I don't know if there's a pattern of behavior there, but I would just please ask to never use that joke again. It's actually very... it's very hurt. That's why I don't like talking about this. Yeah. This is why I don't like talking about this on my platform. What bothers me is the same people that are saying, oh, look what you let slide, when I literally didn't hear it, are the same people within the last few months have been saying I use the race card, are the same people who are saying who are constantly discrediting my blackness. No matter what, George Floyd is not a punchline for a joke, and George Floyd is not to be weaponized. At the end of the day, I can't change that I'm Black. At the end of the day, George Floyd can never come back. George Floyd's death was used to give a voice to people like me. But the simple fact is I still don't have a voice, because when I speak up, I'm told I'm using the Black card. So sometimes it's like, what's the point of speaking up? What is the point? So Sam, please never make that joke again, because the joke didn't hurt Chantel. It hurt people like me. You know, I don't know you, but please never do that again. I don't know if there's a pattern of behavior. If there is, I would change it immediately, because I won't associate myself with someone who makes jokes like that. Because George Floyd didn't die on that floor alone. You know, when George Floyd died, I saw my dad, I saw my brothers, I saw my cousins. So don't do that. It's really mean and it's hurtful. This is why I don't talk about it. People sit there and like, oh, why don't you talk about it? Why do you want me to talk about something that's so hurtful? Because I can't get through it without crying. That's why I don't talk about it. I talk about it with the people in my life that I can impact, that actually want to listen to me. Because now what happens? Oh, Charlie was crying on stream. Yes, this is something I have to live with. I have to live with the fact that I'm Black. And there's days that I'm tired of being Black. There are days if you gave me an option, I just wouldn't be Black. If it meant I would have just something else to fight for, okay? I have to live the rest of my life explaining the color of my skin and fighting stereotypes. So please don't use George Floyd as any type of joke or punchline. It is so hurtful and damaging. I don't care if you don't like me. Talk about things I can change. And I'm not referring to Sam. I'm just referring to everybody. Everything else is a go for me. Just don't talk about the things I can't change. Don't weaponize something that is made to give people like me a voice, because we don't have one normally. So when I heard that clip, I was so upset and so embarrassed that I didn't even catch it. I'm like, damn, why didn't I catch this? You know, I don't pay attention to every stream all the time, you know? So I'm sorry that if anyone who looks up to me thought that I would let something like that slide in my presence. No, I wasn't on stream when he said it. Also, a lot of people were laughing, and that's probably a part why so many people missed it, because you guys were all laughing, and he said it real quick, not excusing it, because that comment is disgusting. You know, joke or not, that's not funny. So all I ask is the people who keep weaponizing George Floyd, let that man rest. If you want to use it as a talking point to educate people and have people listen to something that helps people like myself, helps Black people, helps people of color, yes, use it as a talking point, but don't weaponize it, and definitely don't use it as a punchline to a joke. Please, that's all I'm asking. I don't want to make this like a whole thing. Sorry, I didn't mean to.
Oh, no, you're fine.
This is why I don't talk about it. And I literally prepared for this and I still end up doing this. I just don't want to make this a whole woe is me. That's not it. All I ask is whether, no matter who's watching, whether you like me or not, certain things will impact people outside of me. So stick to the criticism of me, stick to the criticism of other creators you don't like who happen to be Black as well, but don't say things that will impact other Black people that had nothing to do with the criticism of us. That's all I'm asking. And I don't think it's much to ask for, but whatever. If I want to comment on it in the future, I will. And if I don't, then I don't. I will never listen to people telling me what they feel I should or should not speak on and criticize, because the same people who are up in arms saying, oh my God, she didn't say this. Well, you're friends with Shani, so shut the fuck up. You're trying to be friends with Shani, so shut the fuck up. And she actually ended shit with you, which is embarrassing as fuck. Like trash taking out trash. That's embarrassing. You co-sign and excuse so much amount of racism. So for those people to turn around now and be up in arms because I was in a chat and I didn't notice or correct people on a fucking panel, you're pathetic. You all are pathetic. And I want to make that so clear. I do not want to derail this. I want to truly thank Frank for at least giving me a moment to address this and give my opinion freely. And I just hope in the future the mistakes that were done, including Negs and his child, including the George Floyd comment, is not repeated. Because I sitting here today know that was a mistake that was not intended by you. And I hope to never see it again, because if a pattern of behavior continues, then I will not support. And that's just me. But I've never seen that come from you guys before, even though I'm kind of new to the channel. So, you know, you can't, I guess that doesn't hold much weight. But I'm just grateful, and I respect you for giving me the platform to speak on this, even though it's like a mess now. Sorry.
You're fine.
You know, I may not be always the best judge of character, but through our interactions, especially from this morning, like I saw the remorse. I personally saw how much you were trying to figure out how to fix this. So like, that's not something I hear all the time or see. From a lot of people. So hopefully, you know, we can all move on from this. I don't want this to be an ongoing topic, especially because the topic includes, you know, a child. Whatever he chooses to do with what you chose to address is completely up to him. If he chooses to not accept the apology, it is completely up to him. But I would just move on from here. However he chooses to move on is on him, and however you choose to move on is on you. And same goes for me. It's on me. That's why I choose to continue to ignore who I ignore. But I did want to speak on this, and I'm grateful you allowed that.
No problem. Again, like I said, I know he's apologized and he said he's not gonna. So yeah, but yeah, so that's gonna be pretty much it. I'm not gonna drag this on too much. So I wanted to say my piece. You know, want to say peace, and then that's pretty much it. So
no problem. Thank you so much. All right, guys. I hope you guys have a great rest of your weekend.
Yeah, we're going to be live again tonight with Ella. 9 o'clock. We'll see you guys there.
Alrighty. Bye, guys.